Number 16, this is 1991 P. Jefferson nickel in MS67 condition. Comes with full steps designation, which is characterized with fully struck and delineated steps on Monticello building on the reverse. 1999 P nickel is very scarce in MS67 grade with fully struck motifs, and therefore this gem fetched the sum of $1,051.88 with buyer's fee at auction. Number 15, yet another nickel. This one from wartime, 1941 D 5-cent piece with 5 full steps, graded in mint state 68 by NGC. Softly frosted surfaces yield a tinge of light golden toning over this high-end superb gem. The strike is bold, ranking this piece among the finest examples of the date known with full steps. Eye appeal is pleasing. It was sold for $3,120 in 2023. Number 14, this is 1955 Lincoln cent with double die of verse, graded in mint state 62 brown by PCGS. This is a glossy, medium brown example of the iconic Lincoln cent error. Always in demand regardless of grade, it is especially desirable when the sharp and problem-free such as this MS62 brown example with powder blue accents. The cherry pickers and guidebook varieties, the 1955 double die of verse also ranks among the 100 greatest US coins. The present coin shows bold doubling on the date, Liberty, and in God We Trust, and is housed in a green label holder. It was sold for $3,360. Number 13, here is marvelous error coin. This is 1920 Buffalo nickel struck on a cent planchet. Previous owner or someone else cleaned this coin, as PCGS assigned genuine AU details with clean designation. A wrong planchet mint error involving the popular Buffalo nickel type. Struck on a bronze cent planchet but with most of the design present, including the date, Liberty, and America, have a distorted appearance due to color unrestrained metal flow during the strike. Ruby red and gold brown toning ensures the eye appeal. It was sold for $4,080. Number 12, 1962 D Washington quarter in MS67 condition. The number 68 indicates a coin's grade on the Sheldon numerical grading scale, which ranges from 1 to 70. MS67 is an excellent grade, indicating a coin with few, if any, imperfections. Strong silvery white luster yields to the trace of light golden toning around the borders on this nearly pristine superb gem. It ended up selling for $4,758.75. Number 11, here is 1959 Washington quarter in MS67 condition with CAC approval. According to Heritage, prior to 1959, mint sets were issued in cardboard and paper holders with high sulfur content that created lovely iridescent toning. However, beginning in 1959, the mint switched to a thin plastic packaging that protected the coins from toning. For that reason, 1959 through 1964 silver coins are seldom found with any toning. This impressive exception to that rule exhibits lovely gold, blue, and violet on both sides, with brilliant underlying mint frost. This nearly perfect example was sold for $4,700. Number 10, this is 1990 No S Lincoln cent in PR69 red deep cameo condition. No S proofs of various denominations are highly sought after among error specialists and key date modern issue collectors as well. The 1990 No S cent saw moderate distribution inside San Francisco proof sets, and a few hundred pieces are known today, largely in red deep cameo grades. Still, this nearly flawless example is conditionally scarce. Starkly contrasted golden orange surfaces provide outstanding sharpness and tremendous visual appeal. It was sold for $4,800. Number 9, moving on with this attractively toned 1958 D Washington quarter in MS67 Plus condition, vivid, Iridescent hues frames obverse of this high-end superb gem. Only a portion of Washington's neck remains free of the color. Rainbow toning also runs around the outer edge of the lower half of the reverse. It was sold for $4,700. Number 8. 1911 Lincoln Cent in PR67 red and brown condition. Much of the proof 1911 cent population is split between the brown and red and brown categories, with a lesser number of coins in full red. However, any superb gem example is a rarity regardless of color. This red and brown piece displays a full strike and uniform amber brown patina with the red and lavender accents. It was sold for $4,920. Number 7. 1943 S Jefferson nickel in MS68 condition with full steps. The 1943 S is a plentiful silver alloy war nickel issue, although it becomes a major condition rarity in lofty MS68 full steps grade. This satin example is pristine and sharp. Light golden interior luster sees to russet and olive border toning, producing ample eye appeal. It was sold for $5,640 on July 20, 2023. Number 6. A 1970D Kennedy $1 graded as MS67 is relatively rare and valuable, but its specific value can vary depending on several factors. The 1970D Kennedy $1 is notable because it's one of the lower mintage years in the series. While it's not rare as 1970 SMS version, it still has a lower mintage compared to other years, which can contribute to its collectible value. The grade MS67 indicates that the coin is in uncirculated condition, with only minor imperfections. In these high grades, the coin is considered to be in exceptional condition and desirable to collectors. The value of a coin will depend on its condition and demand from collectors, and overall market conditions at the time of sale. Typically, coins graded MS67 can command a premium over lower grade coins, but prices can fluctuate over the time. For example, this particular gem was sold for $9,843.75 with buyer's fee. Number 5. 1965 Roosevelt dime struck on a silver planchet left over from 1964. Rare transitional error. Graded in mint state 62 by PCGS, bright silver with a trace of toning on the lower reverse, and lustrous throughout according to Stack's Powers, while seemingly innocuous this has all the usual appearance of typical silver Roosevelt dime. But the date of 1965 is when the clad sandwich metal coinage began. There are few of these known of metal old planchet strikings, but very few, especially in mint state, as these would easily have slipped into circulation unnoticed, as silver coins dominated the coins in circulation for a few years after the clad coins were launched in 1965. Similar in error to the famed 1943 copper cents, where a handful of leftover planchets were struck in hopper and when coinage began in the new year slipped into production unnoticed. One of the great mint errors of 1960s and an important and rare coin for the specialist. It was sold for $16,450. Number 4. This is 2000 P Sacagawea dollar struck on an Anthony dollar planchet, graded in MS68 condition by NGC. Intense cartwheel luster springs boldly throughout the near-perfect gem surfaces of this important off-metal, wrong planchet error dollar. The strike is sharp and crisp on both sides, with even the tiniest of the details fully represented. Low magnification reveals two light vertical die cracks on Sacagawea's portrait, both beginning on her forehead. The host planchet of the present rarity, a copper nickel clad Susan B. Anthony dollar blank composed of an outer core of 75% copper and 25% nickel, bonded to an inner layer of pure copper, is no doubt from the Susan B. Anthony coinage of the year 1999. As described in the 100 Greatest U.S. Error Coins written by Nicholas P. Brown, David J. Kemire, and Fred Weinberg, this type of error coin came about when a leftover planchet intended to be struck for 1999 Susan B. Anthony dollar dies was actually struck by Sacagawea dollar dice. This is referred to as An off-metal transitional error, and it is very rare. It was sold for $16,450. Number 3, here is 1921 the Mercury dime in MS66 Plus condition with full bands, a boldly lustrous gem with broadly sweeping cartwheels, and pale champagne gold highlights. The surfaces are mark-free and satiny, and the eye appeal is substantial for the grade. The strike is bold and crisp throughout, as should be expected. The mintage for the date, over 1 million pieces, represents the second lowest production run of the design type, taking back seat to just the 1916D rarity. It was sold for $22,325. Number 2, this is 1964 Jefferson nickel from Special Mint set. Also comes with full steps designation, a lovely example of this elusive 1964 Special Mint set coinage that was apparently produced to test the finishes of 1965-1967 SMS sets. The estimate of sets produced range from 20 to 50, although some of them may have been lost to attrition, but other sets may still be out there. This piece shows an amazing sculptural depth of detail that is uniformly absent on business strikes, yet fully equal to the strike on proof coin. The finish, however, is non-reflective, with heavy dye polishing lines that are seen with variations on the 1964 SMS coinage. This rarity was sold for $32,900. And this is 1944 the Lincoln cent struck on a leftover zinc-plated steel planchet, graded in mint state 62 by PCGS. Deep steel grade with marginally lighter high points. Low magnification reveals a small patch of light roughness around the Lincoln's forehead, and at trust, a trivial matter given the strong rarity of the issue, and probably the cause of its mint state 62 ranking. No doubt struck early in 1944 in Denver, when steel blanks of 1943 were being ushered out of system to make way for the 1944 cent. It is presumed that small number of steel zinc planchets were stuck in press hoppers or tot beans. It was sold for $96,937.50.